and today we're going to be showing you how to clean your cloth pads.
So when your cloth pad is soiled, this is not a soiled pad, it is just a pad that I have to prep, so I thought I'd use it anyways. What you're going to do is you take it off, and if you're near a bathroom, or if you're in your bathroom, probably, you can take it to the sink, and if you're out, you can just put it in your wet bag and then do this when you get home. But here is what we do. Okay. Just pardon the bin. But, and the nail polish. So always cold water, because hot water will set the stain. So you're just going to start zhuzhing it. Right. You're just trying to get the excess blood off, and you're going to squeeze
it out until the water runs clear.
Right. So make sure it's all completely clean, because you don't want any extra. If you're clotty, you want to get that all off before you do this second step of the process. Okay, so let's just pretend for the fact that it's clean. It is clean because it's new. So bring that dry, and then you can just fold that up and like this. And then you can snap it, put the soiled fold, and then put it in your wet bag. Right, I'm not going to because it actually has dirty pads in it.
Okay, so next you just need a bucket or a bin. I'm using what?
And also, if you have your pads in the wet bag, you can keep them in there for as long as up to like a week.
Yeah.
Once you're done and you want more pads, or you're done with your bag also.
Yeah, I usually.
This is probably like a week later, but you know, pretend.
Okay, so just fill it almost to the top with cold water. If it's a really big bin, then you don't need to fill it almost to the top, depending on how many pads you have. But I have a lot to wash, so I'm filling it almost to the top. And then if you want to get the stains out, you can use OxiClean or Vanish or a natural like stain removing thing.
Which we will be getting once we run out of this.
Once I run out of this. And this is just, I just brought it around from this, which is just one scoop of the OxiClean.
So just pretend that's in a scoop.
Yeah. Since I have quite a bit.
It's kind of foggy.
Then I just kind of like mix it up. You can use a spoon, I suppose, for this. But just mix it up until all the grains on the bottom are gone.
Probably should use like the scoop or something like that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna just, oh, yeah. So now, have your wet bag with your pads in it, and just take them and set them in. Putting the fleece side up. So
you can like press them down with a finger. Make sure they get all wet.
All in there. I'll just press them all down. Okay, so now that you have all the pads in there, just kind of press them down, hold them for a few seconds so they get all the water.
If you're squeamish, you could use a chopstick that you use this like only for this, of course.
Spoon. Yeah, don't like to use the spoon either. But so just put them all down. They will kind of float to the top, but as long as most of them is in the water, then that's fine. So now, just leave them there. You can leave them overnight, or I usually do them in the morning and then leave them all day. So you can.
Or you can do them at night and leave them tomorrow.
Yeah. I usually do them for about like 8 hours, just pretty much all day, and then. But next, I'll show you how to stain treat a pad if you don't want to soak them in OxiClean.
Or if the OxiClean doesn't work.
Yeah, or if there's still a stain on the pad. And then we'll show you how to rinse these pads off once they're done soaking.
So what you'll need for this step to remove stains if the OxyAction or OxiClean hasn't worked is the stain remover of your choice. This is Ecoverse stain remover. This is what I use because it's natural, but you could use it ever you wanted. You'll also need an ice cube. Now, this is really the interesting part of my stain removing procedure, and I'll show you how to do that. And then you'll also need a pad that is stained. I'm not going to show you the front, but
it's just a little stains.
So here we go. What you're going to do, take the cap off your Ecoverse stain remover, or your stain remover, and mine has little bristles with the liquid that will come through. And the reason that I use an ice cube is because as I'm rubbing it on, the liquid will come out, and I want to rub it on more so I get the stain out, but that way more liquid keeps coming out, and I don't want to waste it, so I instead rub it in with the ice cube. And because I use the ice cube, it's because you can't use hot water or anything like that, so ice cube is perfect. It won't set the stain in. So I'm just going to brush that on there, kind of squeeze a little bit of that out, start to rub. that stain out. I'm going to keep squishing because I want some of the stain remover to come out of it, of course. And then wherever the stain is, you're going to rub that on. And this pad isn't that badly stained, so that's why we chose this one, just because we don't want you to have to see it.
Yeah.
Ugly stained pad. Basically, now I've had enough stain remover on there really that I don't want to keep wasting more. I'm just going to get a little more of a scrub, make sure there's enough stain remover on there. So basically, my bristles are like that. So I'm just going to put the lid back on. You could clean your bristles off if you use this for clothing as well as your pads. Now you're going to take your ice cube and rub that into the stain. Now this is really cold on your hands, so you may want to get like a glove or something. Rubbing that in. So you gotta rub in where the stain is. My fingers are very cold, so I'm gonna try and not touch it, but I'm gonna keep rubbing it in. So you're rubbing in the stain remover, and it doesn't actually make its stain set in. And I find this works for me, just because I don't know, it really works. And I was really pleased that I found that it worked. So we'll see if it works on this pad. I hope it does. But I'm going to keep rubbing that in very vigorously wherever the stain is, and the stain remover has also been. So I think I rubbed it in enough. You could rub it in more or less, and basically that's what it looks like. It's just white because of the stain remover. But yeah, so now I'm just going to rinse this out with cold water. Just going to zhuzh that. It takes a while to get the Ecover out because it is a soapy, sudsy thing. Consistency liquid. So it takes a while to get your suds out. But once you've gotten it out, squeeze it. Keep trying to get that.
I usually wash it after this.
Yes, I like to just make sure all the stuff is out.
Yeah.
So I know if I need to keep putting more stain remover on. But it really takes a long time to get out the Ecover by hand. It's just a good idea so you're not like heating it in hot water to find out that you didn't get the entire stain out. So it's all clean out. I'm just going to try and squeeze all the liquid out so I can show you that the stain is hopefully gone. So here is the pad. And there are no stains. I mean, there's like faint, possibly faint. No, I can't even see anything. But even if there is a little bit, it's going to come out in the wash.
Yeah.
But that is how I stain treat my pads. I've never seen anybody else do something like this, but works for me. So yeah, now you can just pop this either back in your Oxy Action, or you could just pop it back in the wash. But you can just put this in the wash now. But I think we're going to put it in the Oxy Action now because we have all the other pads soaking.
So now the pads have been soaking overnight, and now we're going to wash them off. So I just take them and then pretty much just do the same thing you did before you soaked them. Just kind of zhuzh it, rinse it out, just kind of squeeze it. You don't really need to get everything off because I washed them in the washing machine after, so that'll get all the soap and stuff off. So just do
and
that.
if there's a really bad stain, you could do the ice and stain remover tip that we did before if you want to.
Yeah, if it didn't really come out all the way.
But show them this one. This is the one we used, the Ecover, and this is after the OxiClean as well, so this one is completely stain-free.
Yeah, no stain on that one, which is great. So I'm just going to wash all of them, then show you what I do next. Has anybody... Oh!
Great waitress, isn't she?
So now we're in the washroom, laundry room, and what I do is I set it to like a rinse cycle, just so it rinses all the soap off the pads. Now I'll just put them all in. We'll try here. Put them in there, and I don't put any detergent in because I just want to rinse all the soap off. So then I just start that. Turn it on, and then start that.
And now we don't have time to show you when they're being dried because we kind of put this video off a little too much. And no, but trust me, it just takes a long time to start. It's fine.
There we go.
So basically, what we would do after this is...
Yeah, I usually just do a normal dry, and then if there's any pads that have, like my lady pads take longer to dry, I usually do those for another normal.
So with my washing machine, I don't know about yours, but heavy duty really means normal. Normal means like light. But if yours has an eco-normal, maybe you could use that. And if it actually works. Ours is like a lame-o, so it just doesn't work. Ridiculous. It's new, but it doesn't want to work. Really dry. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. If you have any more questions about how to wash, dry, store, anything like that, we'd be happy to make that video. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and
have a great day.
bye.